Good morning YouTubers, this is Pirate Gardeners, Brian. We're back with a few videos. It's been a while but we're getting back. And it's the, just give me a second, 26th of February 2019. And I'm going to do a quick plot tour this morning. And without further ado, let's get on with it. And alright. Not a lot going on, but Buddleia, green leaves coming back on, and we've got crocuses, daffodils coming up through there, and the Buddleia, my archway's gone, so I do need to find something for an arch for there. More of the flowers, and look at that for blossoms on the plum tree. I'm hoping that's going to be as good as it was this year. We got over 250 plums off that, so a couple of apple trees sat there. So, and I'll just pause it while some people go past. And we're back. One daffodil, which is the only flowers I have for this bed. Apart from my aqualegias, which are just there, but they're in the back of the border part, so there's nothing in the front. So I've got to come out. Sage looks not too bad. And my two cherry trees full of blossoms as well. And right, let's wander on. Big black covers stops anything from growing at all. That's a bit that we haven't covered, and as you can see, quite a few weeds. So, big black covers. That's in the old brassica cage. Last step brassicas there. That'll come out, that'll get dug over. Spinach will get taken up. It's perpetual, so that was from last year. Still hasn't bolted. And the potatoes go in that bed this year. Onto mine. Once again, more black plastic. Zoom in on the crocuses over there. Crocuses, daffodils. Asparagus that's down there is starting to come back up again. That's always a added bonus. Oak brassicas, elastic kale heads in that one. That's going to get moved from there to there. Nice bit of crop rotation for that, but as you can see, no covers are up. The bit of green by that blue barrel is actually a path, so that's not too bad. And up at the end, near my Polly, I've got a path that I still need to get dug out. So let's have a look at what the ground looks like after you've had covers on it. Because I've just moved the brassica cage from there to here. This is what the ground looks like where the brassica was, where the black plastic was, sorry. No weeds at all. What you can see into there. It's all nice soil. No weeds. There's a weed right up in that far corner. But that's right on edge of wooden border as well, so that's why that weed's there. Fruit bushes. Yeah, let's get us herd bed. Humongous sage. Absolutely humongous. Thyme over there, chives. Our little bay tree's now grown, so we harvest that regular for bay leaves. Mint's doing well. I've got a comfy plant that I need to give to somebody. Just going to pause with the kids going past. And back. There's another mint up there that's doing quite well as well, so that's always good. I think we've got a spare bed there. Spare square that's a bit weedy, so we'll find something to put in there this year. Fruit bushes, raspberries are just gone mental again. But my gooseberries got green on. Got green buds, so has my red currant and black currant. And I moved the compost bins, which are empty, because I've got a new thing on, I've built a new structure on the plot. So both of them are now empty. That's the covers that go over the top. In a previous video they were here, but I decided to move them right up against the polytunnel on this first plot, so that I can spread all my raspberries out, get them stringed so they're all in better rows to harvest, because we worked out the ones towards the middle of this were quite hard to get to harvest. And the new structure we have is, ta-da! A carrot bed. I've got my carrot beds on my side, but that's the new carrot bed for this side. Painted up in the lovely stripes that we have themed on the plot with a little feature. That's got planted up with Nate's 4 and 5 carrots and parsnips, so that's all good. And that is where all the compost has gone from them 2 compost bins. It took me 4 hours to transfer all that lot into here, getting all the bigger stuff out. More black plastics, because we're not going to be opening out, and leeks. Get to on some side, better. Leeks from last year, doing well. So, and a garlic bed that I put in, I can't remember now, but as you can see, very little weed at all in that, and that's been open a good 3-4 months now. The plastic got moved off it, because that's where my garlic's going this year. We've got 120 garlic, and we've even got an elephant garlic just there. Shade it so I can zoom in. There's the elephant garlic. I said there's 120 individual garlics there. It's all saved garlic from last year. We took the 9 or 10 biggest bulbs, stored them, and then brought them down to plant them. They're doing cracking. What's happened on the mine? Nothing much. Obviously more about plastic. There's that path I was mentioning. It's just a pass, I'm not too worried about weeds. The one thing I didn't realise is I have, get to it, there we go, flowers all the way along that border, which I didn't know there. And what I have done is all this border, it always seems to get weedy, I've planted fruit trees. So all the plums and apples and pears that we had last year and cherries, I've put the seeds straight into the ground on this border, and we'll see what'll come up. These are my carrot beds, pile of horse manure there to get spread on that strip. I've got more coming. My carrot beds will get done this weekend. Covers off, dug over, fed, and planted up. Right, this is the bit where the path is, and as you can see, loads of weeds, loads and loads of really tall weeds. Now if I want to use my plastic, that would be the whole way down that plot. So people say cover it. Don't use weed suppressant, it has a tendency of coming straight through. Thick back plastic, good solid stuff, and you get nothing underneath. You might get the odd one or two very pale, struggling dandelion or something, but for me it's massive time saver. Right, there's that asparagus bed. Looks a bit bare and empty, and then as you're looking around you can zoom in and we find, what's wrong with? Got that bit right, yep, there you go. Little asparagus sticking his head up, which is nice. A bit of frost on ground, so it is still frosty regardless of all the sunny weather we've been having. There's your frost. We've redone a strawberry bed. Got rid of all big heavy old ones, put new ones in. Well, so put new ones in, we've taken the runners off and we've replanted the runners in the whole bed this year. So that'll be nice. And into the my side. Oh yeah, a new tree as well. I'll just take that off. And a new tree right by the side. It's a black cherry, transplanted down from further up, and it has buds on, which is absolutely cracking. So we'll have some black cherry this year. I'll just pause it again. Yeah, black cherry, cracking. Right, my poly, totally empty, but it's got a few new additions. Just stick it onto there. This year, well, we've turned it all over, we've fed it, we're watering it, and the big change in here is no bench at the end. The bench is actually outside. I'm giving that to another plot holder. So that's one of the big changes in here. The second is I built myself a bench so I can have a sit down in my poly and just enjoy it. This, yeah, it's weedy as out, but that don't matter because in there is onions. Look at him. That's onions all the way through. Overwintered them in my poly so they could get this big, and then they're going to be transplanted out into the main site when I get the bed ready for that, and then I can just fully de-weed all that. Bags of compost, wood ash, which puts calcium, I think it's potassium, into the ground. Calcium's always good for tomatoes. This year they're going to be along the back, as last year they were along the front. And I do try to alternate them every other year so they don't get too much disease stricken. Touch wood, we've not had any big diseases. That's for fennel. I'm not saying that, we'll probably get it now, but not. New poles. The canes I used to use in here kept bending, so I had a bit of old pagoda tubing, so I've just hung them up as bean poles, and they're not going to bend, they're not going to snap. I'm using a plasticky twine. It's not pure plastic, but it's twine instead of the normal rope kind of twining it, because I had to replace all my lines 3 times last year because of the size of tomatoes. So this year we're going stronger, thicker and better, so I'm not using as much materials to grow as products with. Our shared blackberry bushes with the plot to that side. Pop that up. Let's scoot across. Aqualene just coming up nicely there. Usual big silver flower. We still haven't worked out what the name is for that, but we'll find it eventually. Calendulas, long dead now, but they're kept going. And as you can see, tons and tons of seeds, so we'll spread a few more seeds about there. And that is our peach tree, full of bloom. Full of blossoms. And we did actually have 3 really small ones, only about that big, they're only small, on that last year, so we took them off as soon as they appeared, just so all energy goes back into a tree, and hopefully we might have some decent sized peaches this year from that. What were in there though? There were an Aqualene in the middle that's going to come back up again, because they always do. I've potted 50 on, and I've put them in our shop that's over there. So, and that, a quick shot of all my canes stored in there. A new seating area, same area, brand new table. It's an old picnic table. It will become stripy. And a few extra chairs for if we have a few more people come down to plot with us into the other collar. There we go. And celeriac. Didn't realise you had to take the outer leaves off celeriac, so the bulbs are quite small, but I know now, so we'll get them out. Turned, fed, wood ashed, all that. That's the potting table. It's the only one I use, so the other one in the other poly was kind of just sat there doing absolutely nothing, so that's why we got rid of it. Then we have a bit of chard, which we've moved from the other side when we did the digging, and new beams in both polys as well, forgot about that. New thick wooden beams for the polytunnels, saved me having to do any digging, any replacing of boards for hopefully about 10 years. More celeriac on there, and that's about it for the tour. Right, quickly zoom in on the extra Aqualenes I have here. So I've got quite a lot, and that's it for this year. That's the plot tour. Plots tour, anyway. And I'll probably be back later on when something else happens. For now, goodbye, and enjoy your allotments.